Good evening, friends, and welcome to Palm Springs, California for tonight's matchup that features the visiting Inland Valley Bucs against your Palm Springs Power. All set for baseball here today on a lovely Wednesday afternoon in Southern California. I'm Steve Granado alongside with you here as the Power search to make it a 3-0 record to open up the 2021 campaign. Game 3 of 21 here tonight as Palm Springs will face off with Inland Valley. Again, I'm Steve Granado. Thanks for tuning in here for tonight. You are watching live on the streaming home of your Palm Springs Power here on the Palm Springs YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in for this one. Let's get to your starting lineups here for today's contest. First for Inland Valley, the left fielder Hayden Winters will lead things off, followed by the center fielder Zach Jones. Jared Bohanda is the right fielder batting third. Cole Jordan at third base bats cleanup. In the fifth spot, shortstop Dominic Maciel. Jake Lappin's at first base batting sixth. Manny Salinas, the second baseman, bats seventh. Batting eighth today, Dustin Berry, the catcher. And batting ninth, rounding out the starting lineup, is the designated hitter R.J. Vanderhook. On the hill today for the Bucs, Sebastian Diaz will be on the hill today here for the visiting squad. Again, for Inland Valley, that goes Winters, Jones, Buhanda, Jordan, Maciel, Lappin, Salinas, Berry, and Vanderhook with Diaz on the hill. On over to the Palm Springs Power now, a 2-0 record as led by Casey Dill. He'll roll out these starting nine here today. Cato Kleinman, who's been red hot to begin the season, will lead things off at second base. Ryan Rodriguez is the third baseman of choice, batting second. Speaking of hot, Brian Leaf will bat third in center field. Mason Velasquez will be the right fielder batting cleanup today, getting his first start today. Justice Lucas, who just joined the squad today, is the designated hitter batting fifth. Batting sixth, also a newcomer doing the catching tonight, Justin Mazzone. Ernesto Figueroa back at it at first base. He's batting seventh. Batting eighth tonight, Josh Hernandez, the left fielder, and Casey Kleinman, the twin, will round out the starting nine as the shortstop. On the hill here today, speaking of newcomers, Raul Salazar will be on the bump here today. The Fresno State kid, a Baldwin Park native out of Cypress High School, class of 2017 out of the Empire League, and a good program down in Cypress, a little south from where we are here currently, southwest, if you want to get sticky with it. Again, for the Power, that's Kleinman, Rodriguez, Leaf, Velasquez, Lucas, Mazzone, Figueroa, Hernandez, and Kleinman. The Palm Springs Power here in their home red tops, white bottoms for the visiting Inland Valley Bucs. It's all white tops and bottoms here today on the road with the black socks. Set for baseball here tonight on a warm Wednesday evening. And, well, this is kind of our last little tune-up before the Palm Springs Collegiate League gets underway tomorrow morning. So plenty of baseball now on the docket moving forward after tonight. Hayden Winters will step into the batter's box, and here comes the first pitch of the ball game. It is a little bit low on off the play. 1 ball and no strikes. We start 2 minutes early here today. 7:03 the game's first pitch. It is an even 100 degrees here at first pitch. Here's the 1-0 rather to Winters upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Raul Salazar again, the right-hander, 6'3", 210 is he. Former Pepperdine Wave. He pitched there for 2 years in 2018 and 2019 before finding himself at Fresno State. The 2-0 is in on the corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Hot day, that's what we're used to around these parts. As the 2-1 comes home, Hayden Winters takes one behind the back of his head, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Winters, then Zach Jones and Jared Buhanda here in the first inning, 1, 2, and 3. Salazar deep in the count here, 3-1. He kicks, deals on its way. Skied out of play on the first base side. Our umpires here for tonight's contest, calling balls and strikes, Stuart Gibbs. And out on the base paths, calling safe and out, is Sam Griffin. Three balls and 2 strikes here on Hayden Winters. On its way home now. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside edge, and Winters goes down looking. So first batter faced after falling behind 2-0. Raul Salazar is able to come back and strike him out on a curveball on the inside edge. Brings up Zach Jones, the lefty. Defensively tonight for Palm Springs, in left field, Josh Hernandez. The center fielder is Brian Leaf, and right field is Mason Velasquez. Get to the infield in a second. First pitch to Zach Jones, a called strike. on a two-seamer, and it's 0-1. Ryan Rodriguez, the third baseman. The shortstop is Casey Kleiman, twin brother Cato at second. Ernesto Figueroa does first base duties, and as mentioned earlier, Justin Mazome getting his first start behind the plate this season. The 0-1 is going to be off-speed upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Just underway here in the top of the first, without a score from Palm Springs Stadium, 1 gone and the base is clear. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Lots of pitches in the repertoire for Raul Salazar, beg your pardon. Two-seamer, curve, slider, change, and a cutter. Pretty much everything under the sun, aside from the kitchen sink. Coming home. Here's a ground ball weakly towards short. Kleinman surrounds it. And the throw to first. He is off the bag, just barely. Ernesto Figueroa couldn't keep his foot on. So Zach Jones will reach. That'll go as an error on Casey Kleinman. Throwing air varietal, and it brings up Jared Buhanda. First and only matchup between these two clubs. The Power will have their first series this weekend on Friday and Saturday when they play host to the Arroyo Seco Saints. First pitch grounded sharply foul by Buhanda, and it's 0-1. Temperatures creeping in the 106 to 108 range earlier today. Again, we cooled down to 100 here to begin this one. Light cloud coverage. It's been there pretty much all day long. That ball, by the way, kicked all the way down the right field corner, so they had to go pick it up. Thus the brief hiatus we're finding ourselves in. So no balls and 1 strike here on Jared Buhanda with a runner aboard at first on the E6. 0-1. Skied out of play on the left-hand side, and that brings the count to 0-2. Game number 3 of the season. Power defeated Orange County and Long Beach this past weekend, but had a long layoff. It is their longest layoff of the season. After this, we'll start ramping up the pressure a little bit more. And again, a lot of these guys will be playing in the Palm Springs Collegiate League when they're not playing for the Power as well. So 2 strikes on Buhanda. Long pause here for Salazar as the right-hander comes set, and the Fresno State kid comes home. Misses upstairs and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Looking for his second punch out here. Instead, he'll throw on over to first. Jared Buhanda out of Chaffee College, 6 foot 185 in his freshman year. 1-2. Outside with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First outing for Raul Salazar. Had a heck of a high school campaign way back when at Cypress. Again, has bounced around. Pepperdine and now Fresno State. He works from the first base side of the rubber. 2-2 out towards left field. It's going to hang up here as the catch will be made by Josh Hernandez for the second out of the inning. Brings up Cole Jordan, the third baseman. These Inland Valley Bucs, like many others, did not play in the 2020 season. Palm Springs took their escapades out to Texas for the summer last year. 2 gone in the frame, no score. We're in the top of 1, a runner aboard at first. First offering. Jordan takes a cutter upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. When the Power bat in their half of the first, it'll be Cato Kleiman, Ryan Rodriguez, and Brian Leaf due up. the 1-0 is going to be put into the air into shallow right field. Long run in, going out to make the sliding grab is the second baseman, Cato Kleinman. So a 1-out throwing error doesn't hurt Raul Salazar, and of course doesn't hurt the Palm Springs Power. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left at first base. A half an inning in the books. To the bottom of one, Cato Kleinman to lead it off against Sebastian Diaz. When we come back, 0-0 on Power TV.
Tramway is the world's largest rotating tram car. Once you reach the top, there are restaurants, a natural history museum, over 50 miles of hiking trails, and so much more. Check out the tram today. Blue Coyote is downtown Palm Springs, offers your favorite Mexican and Southwestern dishes. Be sure to top it and try what many are calling the world's best margarita on the planet, the Wild Coyote Margarita. Make sure you... Woo!
Special happy birthday shout out to National Coyote. Happy birthday.
A runner stranded in the top of the first, no score after a half of frame. Cato Kleinman, Ryan Rodriguez, and Brian Leaf will face off with Sebastian Diaz here in the first. Anything further, Mason Velasquez, then Justice Lucas and Justin Mazzone. 7, 8, 9 are Ernesto Figueroa, Josh Hernandez, and Casey Kleinman. So the first of those 9 is Cato Kleinman, the second baseman, who has been swinging a good stick here to begin the 2021 campaign. First offering to the left-hander from Diaz is going to be line foul on the third base side. It's 0-1. Sebastian Diaz, a Downey native, the son of Jose and Lorena, freshman out of Downey High School, who currently attends Cypress College. The 0-1 now to Kleinman. He'll take one upstairs and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5'10", 170 is Sebastian. Getting the start here today. Very young squad for this Bucs team. Upstairs and away, 2-1. Cato Kleinman is 2 for his first 6 to begin the year. He has scored 3 times already with 3 walks. So reaching base 5 times in 9 plate appearances as he fouls this one back for a 2-2 count. Two and two now. Upstairs and away runs the count full. Power started their offensive night against Long Beach on Saturday with a 1-out walk. We'll see if they can get a walk here to begin the ball game. And they will not. Rang up Cato Kleinman on the outside edge. Sebastian Diaz catches the outside corner. And the top and bottom of the first innings begin the exact same way with a pair of strikeouts looking. Brings up Ryan Rodriguez. Defensively here for Inland Valley, Hayden Winters is in left field. Zach Jones, the center fielder, and Jared Buhanda is manning right. Around the infield, it goes Cole Jordan at third, Dominic Maciel, the shortstop, Manny Salinas, the second baseman, with Jake Lappin at first, and Dustin Berry doing the catching as he receives strike 1 on Ryan Rodriguez, the third baseman. No balls and 1 strike. Next offering, Rodriguez offers at it and lifts it down the right field side. It's skewered foul. Ryan Rodriguez had an eventful night on Saturday. A pair of knocks for him, reached base 3 times, scored twice, a double and a single to his credit. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Rodriguez. Kick deal, here it comes. Heads up, almost clipped him in the visor, 2-1. A 1-2 rather. Ahead here, Diaz, the 1-2 pitch. Outside, it skips in about 4 feet shy. Now it's 2-2. Ryan Rodriguez, native of nearby Cathedral City. Just a stone's throw away, the neighboring town. Here's a fly ball towards left field, moving over is Winters in foul territory. He will make the grab for the second out. That's 2 up, 2 down for Sebastian Diaz. Brings up Brian Leaf. We're talking about guys who are hot to start the year. Brian Leaf, one of them. 4 hits and an RBI here to begin the season in just 2 games played. Brian Leaf is one of these guys that, you know, we've noticed already in the early going, and a guy that we're keeping our eye on this year as he swings at the first one and launches it foul, 0-1. Brian Leaf is kind of a part of a new wave of baseball. As the 0-1 comes home. Here's a ground ball back towards the middle. It takes a hop underneath the glove of Maciel. That'll go as a base hit. That ball was hit fairly well by Brian Leaf. Brings up Mason Velasquez. But to get back to that point where we're trying to drive home, part of this new wave of ball players that kind of uppercut swing, looking for the deep ball more so than not, and we can kind of already see the numbers already entering tonight. Brian Leaf, we mentioned, had gotten off to a hot start. 4 hits, but 4 strikeouts. So the all or nothing approach has been very prevalent over, say, 5 years. The runner takes off, first pitch swinging out of play by Velasquez. It's 0-1. But that, again, has been kind of this new wave of baseball player. It kind of started, you think, Bryce Harper, once upon a time, was kind of this first of the wave of players like that. The uppercut swing that is now more and more prevalent seemingly every year. The strikeout totals going up, but also home run totals are going up. There's a reason why Brian Leaf is batting third. He takes off again. The pitch, a ball, throw down late, and in safely is Brian Leaf. So a stolen bag for Leaf. And the count is 1-1. That's Brian's second stolen base of the season. He's 2 for 2. Had a steal on opening night against Orange County. That one misses upstairs. Two balls and 1 strike here on Mason Velasquez. Just his second game played in. Didn't play on Saturday, played on Friday. He'll foul tip this one into the mitt, and it's 2-2. We're in the home half of the first with 2 gone, a runner at second base, and no score. Palm Springs trying to get on the board first here, just like they've done in each of the previous 2 games to open up the year. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the stretch. It misses upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Mason Velasquez. Awaiting on deck, should he get a turn, Justice Lucas, the newcomer. Velasquez back into the box as he creeps up on the backside part of the left-handed side. Here's a payoff pitch. And he'll take one in the dirt for ball 4. So a pair of runners to reach here with 2 gone in the first inning. So first walk here tonight for Sebastian Diaz. And it will be the aforementioned Justice Lucas, the designated hitter of choice tonight.
The DH, Justice Lucas.
Justice Lucas out of Faulkner University, as he takes one up and in, 1 ball and no strikes. First team all conference, a native of Destin, Florida, went to Fort Walton Beach High School and graduated in 18, has bounced around a little bit, went to Northwest Florida State, then now at Faulkner. 1 ball and no strikes on the new kid. Is going to be in for a strike, 1-1. I mean, I guess they're all kind of new kids now at this point. We're only a week in or so. So maybe a unearned title I've just given Justice. 2-tone bat as he waves it over his right shoulder. A pair on with 2 gone. 1-1. Breaking ball, slides into the dirt. Leaf takes off for third. A scramble, but too late. Wild pitch will advance Brian Leaf. Mason Velasquez, the first base runner, doesn't trail. He'll stay put at the bag. Justice Lucas, big kid, 6'7", 255. If I had to pick first on the all-power volleyball team, I might pick him. As he lines one out to shallow left field, it will hang up, however, for Hayden Winters, and that will end the first inning. So a pair to reach here with 2 gone, but the power can't come across here against Diaz in the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left, 1 in scoring position. An inning in the books. We go to the second. No score from Palm Springs Stadium on Power TV. We go to the top of the second inning. Dominic Maciel will lead things off here. And the first pitch comes home. This is upstairs, and it's 1-0. I beg your pardon. This is Christopher Maciel. And it's 1-0. The pitch coming home. Maciel takes one down and in. Raul Salazar gave up a base runner in the first inning. He allowed Zach Jones to reach on a throwing error, but that was it. He had a punch out to begin the contest and got a couple weak flyouts. Next offering from him to Maciel will be skied out to deep left field. That ball, however, is going to hang up and will be made to the catch there by Josh Hernandez. A fly out to left will open up the second inning. Jake Lappin, the first baseman, now comes to the plate. Left-handed hitter, the second of the lineup here for Inland Valley. So base is clear here to open up the frame with one gone on its way home. Lappin takes one downstairs and away to boot. 1 ball and no strikes. Game number 3 of 21 this year. All 21 games for the Power will be played at home. All of them, every single one of them right here at this ballpark. It's another advantage of playing in Palm Springs. Upstairs and away with this one. 2-0. Shakes one sign, kick deal, now the 2-0. Breaking ball, that's a beauty on the outside edge, goes for a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging to polish him off. Second punch out of the day, went with a changeup. And there's 2 gone quickly here in the second. And that's the advantage, too. You're talking about the pitch repertoire tonight here for Raul Salazar. And that's it right there. You have so many options to go with. That strong mix of pitches, 2-seamer, the regular old fastball, the cutter. Here's that big curve ball that falls in, down, and in. A slider, changeup. You name it, anything except for a knuckle, essentially, or a splitter. Down and away with this one, 2-0. Manny Salinas is the batter of choice here out of the 7th spot, the second baseman, donning the number 1 out of Rio Hondo College. Home of Evan Longoria. 1-0 is foul tipped into the mid, 1-1. I always love the story of Longoria. Talk about his journey to the pros and ultimately his journey to the Tampa Bay Rays and now the San Francisco Giants. Here's a little bouncing ball back towards the mound. Salazar has it. He'll take a little jog on over to first and retire the side in order. 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the second. Fly out, strike out, ground out. Nothing doing for the Bucs here in top 2 to the bottom of the frame. Still 0-0 from Palm Springs on Power TV.
Eisenhower.org. Located in El Paseo District in Palm Desert, El Paseo Brewers offer loose diamonds and gemstone jewelry. Known for the beauty gold and diamond jewelry pieces, their store has an impeccable reputation for both quality and customer service. The hitting zone teaches baseball and softball with integrity, discipline, and pride. Their goal is to assist and develop their athletes to achieve the highest level of competition, and they desire while teaching life lessons that will last them a life.
The catcher, Justin Mazzone.
We go to the home half of the second. Justin Mazzone will lead things off here for Palm Springs in a scoreless ball game here in the home half of the second. Up and out with the first offering, 1 ball and no strikes. 7:30 p.m. here in Southern California. Glad you can join us from wherever you're streaming Power Baseball tonight. 1-0 is going to be laced out to left field, going to be up in the air for Hayden Winters. 2 pitches, 1 gone. To draw up Ernesto Figueroa to the plate.
Ernesto Figueroa.
Figueroa is 2 for his first 3 to begin the year. He played in Game 2 of the weekend set against the Legends. First pitch from Diaz on its way will slide off of the plate, down and away into the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is going to be a little dribbler up along the third base line. It'll trickle foul. And we'll do it again here. Ernesto Figueroa followed by Josh Hernandez, the scheduled hitters in the second inning. If we get any further, the 9-man Casey Klein into the plate. The Power got a pair of 2-out base runners in the first, but couldn't do anything with them. It was a 2-out single and then a 2-out walk, but a fly out to left end of the inning. So we still remain scoreless here in the second. Kick deal here from the right-hander on the outside edge for strike 2. It's 1-2. Ernesto Figueroa out of Bryant and Stratton College, 6'2", 230, the right-handed bat, donning the number 9 this season. The 1-2 pitch to him. Didn't chase it down and away. That's a good take. And it's 2-2. Seeing that little slider from Sebastian Diaz tonight already. Seems to be the bread and butter and looks to be his out pitch. The 2-2 pitch. Hit him square in the back. That ball ran away from him. And Ernesto Figueroa just kind of trying to walk this one off. A hard fastball cut him between the shoulder blades. So a hit batter with 1 gone to put a runner aboard for Josh Hernandez, the left fielder.
Josh Hernandez.
Josh Hernandez from Benedictine Mesa College, 5'6", 160. First offering to him is a called strike. We talked about Justice Lucas today, 6'7". Now here's Josh Hernandez, 5'6". Runner takes off, the pitch outside for a strike. Throw down a good one, they got him. Figueroa tagged on the inside ankle before he could slide in safely. So he'll be caught stealing. 2-6 on the putout, and there's 2 gone here in the inning. Two strikes on Hernandez. He'll foul this one off to stay alive and keep the second inning going. 8-9-1 due up for Inland Valley when they come back in the third. Dustin Berry will lead it off. Still ahead here at 0-2 to Hernandez. Out and away. Josh Hernandez went to Palm Desert High School. Again, as a Palm Desert native, a lot of local kids we talked about earlier, Cathedral City, Palm Desert, and even some right here in Palm Springs. Another 2-strike pitch. Gonna scoot down and in, 1-2. Zero ball game here in the bottom of the second. Exclusively from the stretch here. That one's going to run outside. Full count here. See what they like to go with. Probably go back to the heater. And the payoff. Went with it and slapped into left field, down for a base hit. So Josh Hernandez aboard with a 2-out, 2-strike single. to put a runner aboard at first and keep this bottom of the second alive. Went back to that fastball and tried to rush it upstairs. Nice job by Josh Hernandez to tuck his hands inside and just flip it out to left. Casey Kleiman 2 for his first 4 to begin the year. Also has an RBI to his credit. Runner aboard at first with 2 gone now in a scoreless affair. First pitch swinging, chopped towards third. Into the mid of Cole Jordan. The throw to first is in time. 1 pitch to get the final out of the inning. So a couple base runners aboard here for Palm Springs. A hit batter, a caught stealing, a single, and then a 1-pitch ground out to end the inning. So 1 time through the order. Sebastian Diaz just 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, and a hit batter. That'll do it here in the second. We go to the third. There's still no score tonight from Palm Springs Stadium.
Is going to receive a $50 gift card to Trio, located in downtown Palm Springs. Trio Restaurant, where Palm Springs eats. Desert Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of Palm Springs Power. Desert Air Conditioning is the company you can count on for all your comfort needs. Family there since 1954. Let their families turn yours. Visit desertairps.com today. Coachella Valley is one of the best dining scenes in the valley. They've been serving authentic Mexican food for over 60 years in the heart of downtown Palm Springs. Coachella, a proud supporter of Tyler Baseball.
To the third inning we go. 8-9 and 1 due up, beginning with Dustin Berry here for Inland Valley. First pitch on its way home be a breaking ball that catches the inside edge. 0-1. We'll check in with the Major League scoreboard here in this inning. Take a look what's going on in the Bigs. Get you some news and some storylines here today. Another breaking ball is pulled foul on the third base side and is quickly 0-2 on Dustin Berry. Then it's R.J. Vanderhook in the top of the order, Hayden Winters. We'll check in first with the local Los Angeles Angels. Tough one today against the Oakland A's. They end up getting swept at the hands of their AL West foes. Final score of 8-4. Next one is going to be lifted out of play on the first base side. The Halos were winning in that ball game 4-0. They went into the series with a 6-game winning streak and end up getting swept and find themselves now 2 games in the cellar at 33-35. Tony Watson had a rough day on the hill today for the Halos after the Angels got plenty of offense going. Here's a little dribbler up along the third base line, and it's foul. So the Halos fall here today, again get swept by Oakland, 8-4 the final. As far as Los Angeles is concerned, they are underway. Clayton Kershaw on the bump at home tonight. 1-0 the score in favor of the Fightin' Phils. Phillies in town to begin that set. Some encouraging news out of Dodgerland as the 0-1 comes home. Another foul ball third base side. They're all out in front right now on Raul Salazar. Max Muncy took some practice today, some baseball activities resuming for him. He's on the IL right now for the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger also took a little baseball activity practice today out at Dodger Stadium. Ball in the dirt, man. What a tough go, but it's been for Belly. Started the year injured, came back, played 16 games, and then found himself with a hamstring issue the other day. Now he's again resuming baseball activities, which is a good sign for Dodger fans. Breaking ball hit him. Got away from Salazar, and it clipped Dustin Berry. So he will take first base. after a long battle. That is the first hit batter of the night here for Salazar, and it brings up R.J. Vanderhook, the designated hitter. So the Dodgers trailing right now again, 1-0 the score there in the top of the second out at Dodger Stadium. Been a tough go of it recently for the San Diego Padres. They fall today to the Oakland A's in walk-off fashion. In for a strike, it's 0-1 on Vanderhook. We are scoreless in the top of the third here in Palm Springs. A runner aboard and nobody gone. Inland Valley still looking for their first hit of the night, mind you, here in the ninth batter. In for a strike, 0-2. Padres lose a walk-off today. 8-7 the final. They had tied up the ball game in the top of the ninth. Fernando Tatis Jr. hits his 21st home run of the year, but it's not enough for San Diego, who finds themselves skidding recently, just 6 games over 500 at this point. Final score again, 7-8 out in Colorado. They drop one to the Rockies. Runner aboard at first, again with nobody out. The pitch to Vanderhook. He will check his swing and not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes on R.J. Vanderhook. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, let's head out to Atlanta. The Braves and Red Sox locked in a slugfest during the home half of the 7th. Braves trailing right now 7-10. 2-2 breaking ball rung up on the outside edge. Third punch out of the night for Salazar. And there's one away here in the third. They kick it back to the top of the order. Hayden Winters, who struck out looking to open the ball game. Again, slugfest in Atlanta. 7-10 Red Sox with the advantage. Out to Houston, Texas. The Astros and Rangers in an all-Texas showdown. It's Houston leading at 7-4 in the 8th inning. First pitch out to center field off the bat of Winters. Has good carry, but it's going to be caught shy of the warning track. There's 2 away. Dustin Berry, the first base runner, cannot advance, so he stays put. That brings up Zach Jones, the lefty. So again, Stros leading the Rangers 7-4. D-backs and Giants double up for San Francisco. Man, you want to talk about tough goes. How about Arizona right now? It has been so hard right now to be a Serpientes fan lately. 4-2. Giants leading it there in the bottom of the second. Out at San Francisco. Another first pitch swinging and another fly ball to center field. And that will be easy for Brian Leaf to make a pair of outs here to end the inning. So a leadoff hit batter of Dustin Berry after a long, hard-fought battle. Then the next 3 in a row rather easily. A strikeout, looking at a pair of flyouts. No runs, no hits still, no errors, and a runner left at first base. 2.5 complete to the bottom of 3. Top of the order due up when we come back on Power TV.
And Junior to the left field as Ralph and Brian compete in our chipping plan. Here are the rules. Each player will be given a golf ball. The one who chips it closest to the flag wins. First up, we have Brian. Let's hear it for Brian. Let's hear it, foul. And the winner is Brian. Let's give both of them a round of applause. Power fans, when you are hungry, head down to In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out is a proud supporter of the Palm Springs Tower. They provide quality food with a great dining experience. In-N-Out, quality you can taste. Tonight we have a very special guest in the building. Power legend Ryan Mota. Ryan recorded a record-setting 15 home runs for the Power in 2017. Let's hear it for Ryan.
We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Cato Kleinman will lead things off. The second baseman is 0 for 1 tonight. We're in a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the third. Just a pair of hits, both singles for Palm Springs offense thus far. Diaz's first pitch is upstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. So it's Cato Kleinman, Ryan Rodriguez, and Brian Leaf. 1, 2, and 3 due up for Palm Springs. Here's the 1-0. Kleinman nubs it off the end of the bat towards the on-deck circle, and the count goes 1-1. Continuing our look around the Major League scoreboard today, Cardinals squeak past the Marlins tonight at home in St. Louis, 1-0 the final. A walk-off winner as well out there. This pitch misses, 2-1. So walk-off winner for St. Louis. Yadier Molina, walk-off RBI single to plate Paul Goldschmidt. Final score 1-0 on the 6th hit of the night. It's the winner for the home St. Louis Cardinals. Next offering on its way here to Cato Kleinman. Kick and deal, here it comes. Is on the outside corner for a strike, and it's a full count. Three-two on its way. Here's a ground ball softly towards short. Maciel gathers and throws on over to first. 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning. Kansas City falls to Detroit today. Tariq School gets his 4th win of the year, the young gun for the Detroit staff. 6-5, Tigers over the Royals at Kauffman. Greg Holland takes the loss. Save goes to Michael Fulmer, his 5th of the year. Brings up Ryan Rodriguez here in Palm Springs. A fly out to left field back in the first inning. We're here in the home half of the third, 1 gone, and the base is clear. First pitch runs in, 1-0. White Sox pick up the victory here. It's just walk-off day apparently in Major League Baseball. Walk-off winner for the Chicago White Sox. They take down Tampa Bay as this one comes in and hits Ryan Rodriguez. Second hit batter tonight to put a runner aboard at first. Ironically, both batters hit have been with 1 out. So Ernesto Figueroa back in the second. Now Ryan Rodriguez here in the third. And it draws Brian Leaf to the plate. Picked up a base knock back in the first inning when he rolled it back up the middle. So again, walk-off winner in favor of the Chicago White Sox. They come away with an 8-7 win. Yasmani Grandal, an RBI single to right for the winner. He drove in Andrew Vaughn in the bottom of the 10th. And that is all she wrote from the Windy City. Next offering to Brian Leaf. He will ground one towards third base, rounding it and fielding it in fair territory. Colt Jordan throw to first is off the glove of Lappin, and advancing to third base goes Ryan Rodriguez. So a bit of an opening here for Palm Springs. Brian Leaf reaches on the E5. And again, Ryan Rodriguez gets all the way to third base on the throwing error. Mason Velasquez to the plate. He walked back in the first. Opportunity right here for Palm Springs to jump on the board first. 0-0 contest. We're in the third, and there's still only 1 out. The first pitch to Velasquez is going to be lined back to the screen, and it's 0-1. When Velasquez walked back in the first inning, there was 2 outs, and he was unable to move past first base afterward. Runner takes off for second, breaking ball for a strike, and a swipe back for Brian Leaf. His second of the game, third of the season. So he has been running amok already here for the Power on the base pass. And now a chance to drive in a pair for Velasquez. Sebastian Diaz trying to find out number 2. Long pause, the pitch home. Up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another final in Milwaukee, another close ball game. Reds take down the Brewers 2-1 the final. Another close one in D.C. The Nationals find themselves now 5 games in the cellar after a 3-1 victory over Pittsburgh. 1-2 runs outside to even up the count at 2-2. Hey, the Yankees won today, 3-2 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Garrett Cole gets the victory, his 8th of the year. Ross Stripling, Chicken Strip, the former Los Angeles Dodger, suffers his 4th loss of the season. Long pause again. Here's the 2-2. Velasquez takes it upstairs. Ball 3. So after being ahead in the count 0-2, that's 3 straight out of the zone to the left-handed bat. Couple steps in here for the infield. The left fielder Hayden Winters maybe took a step or 2 in himself. The 3-2 pitch. Chased it outside, ran away on him. Second strikeout of the night for Sebastian Diaz. That's a big second out. I'll drop Justice Lewis at a second opportunity for him with runners in scoring position. Had runners on the corners in the first inning with 2 gone and couldn't bring him home. He flew out to left field in his first trip to the plate for Palm Springs this year. And we'll see what he can do here in his second go-around against Sebastian Diaz. First pitch, roller towards third, charging in Cole Jordan. He will throw on over to first, and it will be caught for the final out of the inning. So back-to-back innings in which the Power were able to get a runner to second base and in scoring position, but were unable to bring him home. The ground out will go 5-3. We'll conclude our look around Major League Baseball when we come back. No runs, no hits in air, and 2 left in scoring position. We played 3 tonight in the desert. It's 0-0 to the 4th we go on Power TV. Jared Buhanda will lead off the inning as we go to the top of inning number 4. Buhanda 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out to left. Still on the hill here, Raul Salazar. His first pitch of the inning will break on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-1. So again, we are continuing our look and wrapping up our look around Major League Baseball here today. As the 0-1 comes home, another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Lots of breaking stuff tonight here for Raul Salazar. Out to Cleveland as the Orioles fall to Cleveland on the road. 8-7 the final. That was not a walk-off, by the way. And then the big story of the day comes out of New York. Not for the Yankees, but for the Mets. 0-2 breaking ball outside edge. That thing has some serious bite tonight. That'll be punch out number 4 for Raul Salazar, and there's one away here in the 4th. That's 4 in a row retired. Cole Jordan, 0 for 1 tonight, comes to the plate. So the big news, what is it? Well, the Mets take down the Chicago Cubs 6-3, but that will not be what you remember tonight. What you remember tonight is an injury from Jacob deGrom for a strike on Cole Jordan, 0 for 1. deGrom exited after 3 perfect innings with 8 strikeouts against Chicago tonight with some shoulder problems. He got an MRI today, as this one comes in for a strike on Cole Jordan. Oh, scratch it. He'll have a MRI tomorrow on that shoulder, and that will be foul tipped into the mitts, or rather swung on and missed. They'll throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Raul Salazar, and there's 2 gone here in the 4th. Brings up Chris Maciel. Maciel flew out to left field back in the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. This is coming from Mike Puma, the Mets writer from the New York Post. Quote, Luis Rojas called initial strength tests on deGrom's shoulder encouraging. More will be known following an MRI exam tomorrow. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Salazar. Here's a ground ball foul, third base side, heads up in the Power dugout. You know, walking around the ballpark over the last couple of days and, you know, getting accustomed over the last few weeks before the season started. And I hadn't walked into the dugouts here at Palm Springs Stadium until just the other day. First thing I noticed, really deep dugouts here. 1-2 nasty breaking ball on the inside edge. And how about Raul Salazar? He strikes out the side here in the frame. 2 of them looking all on breaking balls. Down goes Chris Maciel. And that's strikeouts 4, 5, and 6 all here in the 4th. To the bottom of 4. By the way, still no hits for Inland Valley. 0-0 contest as we head there on Power TV.
Each location they insure buyers find the perfect property to suit any sort of lifestyle. Thank you, Ken Stern, for supporting Power Baseball. If you're looking for a school that values academic excellence and a Christian education, King School is the place for you. At King School, students are given the opportunity to receive excellent education in a safe environment, ensuring hope for their futures. Learn more at kingschool.net. Enjoy your night on the town in Palm Springs with a trip to Lulu, California Bistro. Lulu has a beautiful all-day venue where you stop by on the weekends for Davis, Great Forest, weekend food. Lulu has right wine specials every day, perfect for any occasion.
Now batting at bottom of the 4th, the catcher, Justin Mazzone.
We send this ball game to the home half of the 4th. Justin Mazzone is trying to get the power on the board here to begin the inning. As the first pitch comes home, upstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Justin Mazzone here this evening is 0 for 1. And the next offering is going to be grounded sharply towards first. 1 hop into the mid of Lappin, a flip to the covering Diaz, and there's 1 away. Ground out goes 3-1. Ernesto Figueroa to the plate.
The first baseman, Ernesto Figueroa.
So Figueroa was hit by a pitch back in the second. He was caught stealing thereafter. First offering he sees is downstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Don't sleep on Sebastian Diaz. He's had a bit of a rockier road than Raul Salazar has here tonight, but he's still getting the same results. Zeros across the would-be board here tonight. Scoreboard not working tonight. Blame it on the sun, I guess. 1-0. High and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 3-0 to Figueroa. That will be on the inside edge for a 3-1 count. Nestor Figueroa, then Josh Hernandez due up here in the inning. 6 punch-outs for Raul Salazar without allowing a hit or a run just yet tonight. There is action down in the Palm Springs bullpen, however. The 3-1. Going to be popped up here. Shallow center field, trailing back Maciel. He has a beat on it and puts it away. There's 2 gone here in the inning. That's 4 in a row retired since the E5 to Brian Leaf in the 3rd. Josh Hernandez a single back in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. The power and Bucs scoreless with 2 gone and the bases clear. We're in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Josh Hernandez will take one up and out, 1 ball and no strikes. Kick a deal from Diaz, the 1-0 is outside. When the Inland Valley squad comes to the plate, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Jake Lappin, Manny Salinas, and Dustin Berry. And that looks like it's going to start right now. There's a ground out towards 3rd and a 3 unassisted ground out to end the frame. Nice little pitcher's duel we're working up here tonight in Palm Springs. 4 complete. To the 5th we go. Still scoreless and just 2 hits, both on the side of Palm Springs. Raul Salazar has been incredible, and it looks like the Power are going to go to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new arm when we come back. 0-0 after 4 from the desert.
Go to number 2 on the 3rd base side and receive the gift tip. 4 locations at Mills, Coachella Valley favorite. Make sure to try some of their fresh baked goods or a delicious sandwich today. Again, you are the lucky winner on page 25. The day is stamped from Jackson Mills.
43, Saikemi Sato.
Right up and goes above and beyond to exceed your customers' expectations. There are 11 locations allowing them to meet the needs of their customers across the state. Committed to doing business the right way. City Automotive is a proud owner of the Palm Springs Power baseball team. Be sure to visit City Automotive for all of your car needs. City Automotive is located on Palm Drive in Red Rock Springs.
Sato. Saikemi.
Now pitching for the Palm Springs Power, number 43, Saikemi Sato.
New pitcher into the ball game here for the Inland Valley, or rather for the Palm Springs Power. Sakemi Sato will come into play here for Raul Salazar. Salazar final line. What a heck of an outing here tonight. 4 innings hitless, no runs allowed, no walks, 6 strikeouts. He did hit a batter here today. But other than that, man, he was clean as clean can be. As Sato's first pitch will be swung on and missed here by Jake Lappin. Lappin, the beer batter, struck out back in the second. Down and away with this one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Another one of those local kids here, Sato is, just got added to the roster today, a Riverside Community College kid. Went to La Quinta High School, graduate of 2020, and won a Division IV title with La Quinta a couple of years ago. The 1-1 pitch now. Lappin lines it into center field. It will fall in for the first hit of the day. So there goes the combined no-hit bid here tonight. Lasted all but 4 innings. Jake Lappin singles to open up the 5th inning. So Salinas to the plate here. Manny Salinas grounded out to the pitcher's mound to end the 2nd inning last time around. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, nice block from Mazzone, and it doesn't allow the runner to advance. Pitch is going to miss downstairs here on Manny Salinas. 0-0 ball game. We're here in the top half of the 5th with nobody out and a runner aboard. Jake Lappin at first, by the way, at Orange Coast College. No stolen bases this year for the former Servite Friar out of the Trinity League. Downstairs and away with this one. Way behind here on Manny Salinas, 3-0. Lost him. 4-pitch walk to Manny Salinas to put him aboard at first. That's back-to-back to reach to open up the 5th. And that's going to warrant a mound visit here from Mazzone as they get ready to face off with Dustin Berry, the catcher. Very quick meeting on the mound. Dustin Berry was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. It was a breaking ball. That was pretty much the only mistake made tonight by Raul Salazar, who looked really good in his season debut. So runners aboard at first and second with nobody out. A golden chance here for Inland Valley, who has yet to put multiple base runners on at the same time here tonight. Downstairs and away with this one. That's 5 straight, 1-0. Sakemi Sato is the pitcher now, who is the first man out of the pen for Palm Springs. This one will be bounced foul. It's 1-1. Decent crowd on hand here for a Wednesday evening. They're parked underneath the Misters here today, in case you're wondering what that is on your screen. Yes, that is mist drizzling around the ballpark if you've never been here. Kind of necessary around these parts. The 1-1 in the air to center field. Leaf a couple steps back before he drifts back in. The runner will not tag. Brian Leaf showcasing the gun a little bit there. He fires a 1-hopper to 3rd. 1 gone for R.J. Vanderhook, a strikeout victim earlier in the game. R.J. Vanderhook out of Cal State Fullerton. Yorba Linda High School kid out of Yorba Linda, which is down in Orange County. First pitch swinging, grounded foul. 2-year varsity member out of Yorba Linda. Again, one of those Fullerton kids, my alma mater, full disclosure. No balls and 1 strike. He will take one on the inside edge. Vanderhook played 10 games this year, appeared in 10 games, but only had 2 at-bats. The 0-2 pitch. Got him inside edge. Vanderhook down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. So it's back-to-back here for Sato. And that's his first punch out with the power. Hayden Winters hitless tonight, 0 for 2. 0-0 ball game. We're in the top of the 5th. And we are at 1 hour and 9 minutes here tonight in the 5th. Not just the 5th. Breaking ball high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Everybody clap your hands.
The 1-0 pitch. Checked his swing and certainly went around. It'll even it up here at 1-1. Winter struck out looking in the first, flew out to center in the 3rd. Still a good chance here for Inland Valley trying to break through in the 5th. The 1-1 on the outside edge. They give him a strike, and it's 1-2. And the power bat in their half of the 5th. It's Casey Kleinman to lead it off. 9-1-2. Looking for back-to-back punch-outs and missed a little bit high and tight. Runners on first and second with 2 gone here in the 5th. Sato trying to clean up the mess he found himself in. And he'll come back with the 2-2. Spoiled foul to the screen. Good little battle here between Sato and Winters. Hayden Winters out of the University of Houston. Junior year, 6'2", 225. This nightfall is upon us, and it cools down to a chilly 99 in Palm Springs. Try another 2-2. High and tight once more to fill up the count. So we'll see what gives when the runners take off here with 2 gone and a full count. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging. Went back to the heater, and Sato has back-to-back Ks to wrap up the 5th. So a leadoff single and a walk to Manny Salinas, but nothing else here in the frame. He gets the next 3 in order, including a pair of punch-outs. We've reached the halfway point of this one in the bottom of 5. We're still scoreless from Palm Springs.
Hayes is motivated by the simple goal of improving life for people. If you would like to learn more about him, visit his website at chadhayes.com. SEEMP LLP is a full-service law firm. They form this law firm to concentrate exclusively on providing clients with superior legal representation and first-class service. Please visit their website at seemp.com for the full description of their service options.
New pitcher into the ball game here for Inland Valley. Eric Morrison will be the hitter, or rather pitcher of choice. First man out of the pen. He'll be facing off with Casey Kleinman, 9-1-2 due up here for the bottom of 5 for Palm Springs. The first offering misses upstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Eric Morrison will be taking his talents from Whittier to Cal State San Bernardino, the Division II program. An incoming freshman is Eric Morrison. In there for a strike now, 1-1. Casey Kleinman rolled over to third base back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The 1-1 finds the inside edge, which has been fairly friendly to right-handers and pitchers here today. Sebastian Diaz, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He hit 2 batters. Will not factor into the decision tonight, even though he pitched well. Casey, then Cato, and Ryan Rodriguez, 9-1-2 due up here for Palm Springs. Time is called as Eric Morrison wants to chat here with the catcher Dustin Berry. Two strikes on Kleinman. He rears back now with the 1-2. Got him tied up inside. Down he goes. First batter faced for Eric Morrison will be struck out to open up the 5th. Just the 3rd strikeout tonight for power batters. Back to the top of the order, Cato Kleinman has been one of those strikeout victims. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Rolled over back in the 3rd inning. The first offering to Cato Kleinman will miss downstairs and away, 1-0. Again, 0 for 2 here tonight as we turn the order over for a 3rd time this evening. Upstairs and away with this one, 2-0. And he'll get that one to be called strike here, 2-1. When the Inland Valley Bucs bat in their half of the 6th, Zach Jones will lead it off. Zach Jones, Jared Buhonda, and Cole Jordan, 2, 3, and 4. This game is still scored at 0-0. In for a strike, it's 2-2 on Cato Kleinman. Power had a runner on third base on the corners back in the 1st inning, failed to score. Had 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the 2nd, couldn't score. Had 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the 3rd, failed to score. Here's a ground ball foul towards 3rd, just past the line. So opportunities galore for Palm Springs, but you got to tip the cap to Sebastian Diaz, who was able to get through it today. Try to sit on this one and rolls it off of his ankle. Count still remaining here at 2-2. Power, no runs. They've done it on 2 hits. Both singles, haven't had a hit since the second inning. They have committed 1 error and have left 5. Here's a fly ball into center. Sliding in around it is Zach Jones to put it away. Read that one well off the bat to the Bucs center fielder Jones. So it brings up Ryan Rodriguez. Trying to keep this 5th inning alive. First pitch he sees, misses for a ball, 1-0. Rodriguez flew out to left back in the first. He was hit by a fastball back in the third. Part of the 2 batters hit by Sebastian Diaz tonight. Here comes the 1-0. Bounce back behind on a foul ball behind us. That one is going to miss in the dirt for a ball. Again, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Bucs when they come back in the 6th. Check in on the Dodgers game here shortly, see what's going on between the Phils and the Dodgers as well. In the dirt. Two balls and 1 strike. Again, scoreless in the 5th. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here it comes. And it hit him. Caught him there on the leg for the inning to continue. So Ryan Rodriguez has been hit twice tonight. And now both by either pitcher that he faces. Brian Leaf has reached base twice this evening as well. With the first hit of the night. Just 1 of 2 tonight. And reached on an error back in the 3rd inning on a bouncing ball towards Cole Jordan, the throwing error that allowed him to reach first. So we'll see if Brian Leaf can try and get a 2-out rally started here with a runner aboard and still scoreless. First pitch he sees is a strike called on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike on Leaf. 0-0, bottom 5. Glad you're with us. Steve Granado, that's me, alongside with you here tonight. A reminder, tomorrow, Palm Springs Collegiate League gets underway early in the morning, as this one will be fouled off. We will get underway here from the ballpark at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The Bootleggers and North Stars is a ground ball off of the glove of Manny Salinas as it trickles on the infield dirt. E4, second error off the bat of Brian Leaf today. So Ryan Rodriguez advances to second in a little mini 2-out rally here for Palm Springs. Again, it was a 2-out rally in the first that ultimately fell apart. And Palm Springs is going to turn to the bench here. Isaiah Alvarez will pinch hit for Mason Velasquez. Velasquez went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Isaiah Alvarez has looked good to start. The Point Loma Nazarene University kid at 6 foot 170. Don's at number 16. Again, he's looked really good here to start. And he will pinch hit here out of the 4 spot after not getting to start this evening. just trying to break through here in the 5th. First offering, ground ball into right field. They will go ahead and wave around the runner. There's going to be a throw to the plate, and sliding in safely is Ryan Rodriguez. Isaiah Alvarez with a pinch hit RBI single to break the scoreless tie here in the home half of the 5th. It's 1-0 Palm Springs. So a hit batter and an error are what spoil it right here for Inland Valley. Runners take off here. First pitch, a strike, and it's thrown into left field. Here comes Brian Leaf to the plate. He will score. Up to third base goes Alvarez, and the 2-out rally is here. It's 2-0 Palm Springs. So a pair of runs score here with 2 outs. Goes as a throwing error, E2. That's the third error tonight on Inland Valley, second of the inning. 0-1 out of play on this one. And Justice Lucas takes it in the dirt. Lucas, a fly out to left and a ground out to third base here tonight. Runner aboard at third base. Again, that's Isaiah Alvarez, who brought home the game's first run. He will line one on one hop to the shortstop, Maciel. Long throw coming, but in time, no problem. Ground out goes 4-3 as the power played a pair with 2 outs. RBI single from Isaiah Alvarez, and a throwing error brings home Brian Leaf. Outside of the 5th, we go to the 6th. 2-0 Palm Springs from the desert.
They have a great happy hour food and drink special, lunch 7 days a week. Visit Mario's today.
Hines, pitch hitter. We send this ball game to the top of the 6th, and Inland Valley is going to go to the bench here. Joaquin Hines will pinch hit for Zach Jones as he takes one inside, 1 ball and no strikes. So Zach Jones ends up going 0 for 2, reached on an error and flew out. Joaquin Hines, the first one off the bench. He will line this one foul out of play, first base side, 1-1. The 1-1 will be waved at and missed. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saikemi Sato had a pair of punch outs in the 5th inning to keep the Bucs off of the board. Heads up. 2-2. Marcellus Pearson has grabbed a bat. He is on deck right now for Inland Valley. Looks like he will pinch hit for Jared Bahunda. Something we become accustomed to around these parts. The 2-strike pitch fouled off. Again, something we become accustomed to with these situations, this league. Just trying to get guys at bats. And we talked about it the other night, but in case you missed the conversation, a lot of guys everywhere have missed out on bats and innings. So that's kind of what this big part of this summer is going to be. Here's a little dribbler off the end of the bat for a foul ball. But a big part of this summer is going to be getting guys back into the groove. Because even if some of these guys did have a 2021 year, they dealt with things that they not necessarily would have. Less innings, less games, maybe games that got cut short. If, again, they even had a season at all. A lot of lower level programs did not have seasons this year. Swing and a miss. Down goes Hines. That's 3 strikeouts for Sato. There's 1 gone. And it brings up Marcellus Pearson, the UC Riverside product. (2-0) Palm Springs. A pair of runs plated in the 5th, both of which unearned, by the way, to Eric Morrison. After a couple of errors plagued the Bucs defense. First offering skips in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. Promised you an update from Los Angeles. Let's see what's going on with the Dodgers and Phillies. Looks like the Phillies have added to their lead. 2-0 the score. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next pitch is going to miss high and tight, 2-0. Steven Souza Jr. just had his first hit with the Dodgers. Former Houston Astro now finds his way into Los Angeles. For a strike, 2-1. Base is empty here with 1 gone. 2-0 Palm Springs in the top of the 6th. Foul tipped off of the mitt, and it's 2-2. Malachi Wickley is in the on-deck circle. Two and 2 from Sato in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. One walk in the ball game already for Saikemi Sato. Comes back with the 3-2. This one laced out to right center field, down for a base hit, if not more. Over to cut it off is Brian Leaf. Trip around first. Here comes the throw. It's going to be late. And that'll go as the first extra base hit of the night for either side as Marcellus Pearson pinch hit double to right center. Malachi Wickley will pinch hit for Cole Jordan. Jordan went 0 for 2 tonight with a pop out and a strikeout. So that'll bring the tying run to the plate. With 1 gone in the inning. They can continue to get pinch hitters up. Christian Carlos is in the on-deck circle. First offering low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, 2-0 your update from Los Angeles. Phillies leading the Dodgers. Zach Wheeler versus Clayton Kershaw. Overthrown with this one. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the Power have yet to trail this season. They had a 6-1 lead spoiled when Long Beach came back on Friday night, but they never trailed in that ball game, and then obviously a 10-0 win against Orange County on Friday. As this pitch misses up and away. 3 balls and no strikes now on Malachi Wickley. Time will be called here. They want to talk on the mound. Again, I want to remind you of the upcoming schedule. Any game that gets played on this field here this season will be covered here on the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel. It all gets started tomorrow in the Palm Springs Collegiate League as the Bootleggers and North Stars will meet at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then coming up after that one, the Blue Sox face off with the Chill at 11:30. That again is all tomorrow. And the 6 o'clock contest, the Lumberjacks and Bombers at 6 p.m. So 9 a.m., 11:30, and 6 p.m. tomorrow. Right here on the Palm Springs YouTube channel, streaming live and on demand. So 3-0 the count here on Malachi Wickley with a runner at second base and 1 gone, in danger of putting the tying run aboard here. Here's a ground ball towards the left side. Kleinman there. Strong throw to first, and there's 2 away. Ground out 6-3 to bring up Christian Carlos, another pinch hitter. Left-hander warming up in Palm Springs' bullpen. That's Dom Moda, the Cal State San Bernardino kid down in left field getting loose. So Carlos bats with a runner aboard at second base and 2 outs. 2-0 Palm Springs as Inland Valley still clawing to get back on the board. Here's a ground ball foul third base side, or I guess I should say get on the board for the first time tonight. No balls and 1 strike. Runner takes off for third. The pitch, a strike. Throw down to third is not in time. A little bit of speed there for Marcellus Pearson as he chalks up the stolen base to get to third base. One and 1 the count here on Carlos. Overthrown in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. On the Power bat in their half of the 6th, it'll be Justin Mazzone, the scheduled hitter, to lead things off 6, 7, and 8 for Palm Springs, who again lead this ball game 2-0. There's a ground ball chopped towards the left side, off of the glove of the third baseman, Rodriguez, and everybody's safe. That'll be an RBI infield single, pinch hit style for Christian Carlos. Bring home Marcellus Pearson, and it's 2-1 now in the 6th. And Casey Dill is out to the mound. He is going to take the baseball away from Saikemi Sato. And his first outing will get ran and could not get out of the 6th inning. He ends up going an inning and 2/3 here tonight. They'll go down to the bullpen. It'll be Dom Moda. We'll tell you about him when we come back. 2-1, Palm Springs leading it with 2 gone in the 6th, tying run aboard. And another pinch hitter and a pitching change in the desert. So Dom Mota will pitch here and take over in the 6th inning. A new batter will face off with him. It's Porter Pittman, the New Mexico State University product at 5'11", 195. Runner takes off. The throw is nowhere near second base, but it'll just go as a stolen bag for Christian Carlos. Nice job by Brian Leaf to back up that play. So Porter Pittman takes over for Jake Lappin, who went 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout. So I anticipate we'll have a full slurry of changes for the defensive arrangements for Inland Valley next inning. No balls and 2 strikes now on Porter Pittman. 5'11", 195 in his freshman year. 2-1, Palm Springs leads it, tying run in scoring position. Outside with that one, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, I anticipate wholesale changes defensively for Inland Valley next inning. They've had a pinch hitter in every single situation here, with a pinch hitter on deck and in the hole. That leaves just 1 batter. This one fouled off of the helmet of Justin Mazzone. That's why you wear that. And it's still 1-2. Time is called right as Dom Mota was going to deliver. Dom Mota, Cal State San Bernardino, went to Henry J. Kaiser High School, class of 19, a Fontana native. He's way ahead here, 1-2. As the lefty comes home. Got him looking on the outside corner. Porter Pittman down on strikes. So Dom Mota comes in, gets the job done. He strikes out the only batter he needs, and so ends the 6th. The run comes in to score on an infield single from Christian Carlos, and Inland Valley's on the board for the first time tonight. 2-1, we go to the bottom of 6. Again, we'll likely have full changes when we come back here for the Bucs. 2-1 from the desert.
Race it.
34 to third. 13 to short.
You got
34 to
mark.
Barraza.
Get set. Go. Come on, guys. Make some noise for him.
13 to short.
State Farm is the number 1 in California.
15 to first, Whitley.
Time to have State Farm quote your insurance. Due to discount. Call Cindy today at her Palm Springs office, located on Ramon Road. Visit statefarm.com.
That is 9. A Rambula to catch. Justin Mazzone will lead things off here for Palm Springs. It's 2-1 as we head there. And the first pitch is a called strike here. 1 run on 2 hits, by the way, for the Bucs in the top of the 6th. And again, as anticipated, we have essentially wholesale changes here. As a swing and a foul ball, 0-2. Malachi Wickley is the new first baseman. The new second baseman is Joaquin Hines. The new shortstop is Christian Carlos, as this one's lined down the right field line and down for a base hit. Ball bobbled here for a second, but it will be a leadoff single for Justin Mazzone, his first hit of the year. Brings up Ernesto Figueroa. The new third baseman is Nathan Barraza. Now in center field is Porter Pittman. They changed everything but the pitcher. That's essentially what I'm getting at. First pitch, a called strike. Porter Pittman is the new center fielder. This is a spring training style today. Figueroa 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in his first trip, popped out last time around, 0 for 1. This one skied out to center field. Pittman comes in. It'll be down for a base hit. Back-to-back knocks to open up the 6th. New right fielder is Cole Smith. And the new left fielder is Marcellus Pearson. Those are all the changes today here in the inning. This one rolled foul third base side, and that will allow them to advance there on the wild pitch. So back-to-back singles and now a wild pitch to put everybody up into scoring position. So let me go ahead and read it for you one more time all around. Just give you the defensive arrangements. Left to right in the outfield, Marcellus Pearson in left, Porter Pittman in center, and Cole Smith, the right fielder. The 1-0 is high, 2-0. Around the infield, it goes Nathan Barraza at third, Christian Carlos, the shortstop, Joaquin Hines, the second baseman, Malachi Wickley over at first, and the new catcher, didn't get to that one, Gavin Amelborough. That misses for ball 3. Gavin Amelborough is the new catcher. So we will see all of them now as the 9 in the order. Hernandez 1 for 2 tonight. Way ahead here. 3-0 is grounded sharply over the glove of Wickley and into shallow right. A run scores. They will test the arm of Smith. The ball is cut off. It's a 2-run single. And the Power double up here with 4 on the board. Now lead it 4-1. 2-run single for Josh Hernandez, his second hit of the night. So 3 batters in, 3 hits, and 2 runs. A.J. Barraza will pinch hit for Casey Kleinman. We're in the bottom of inning number 6, and it's 4-1. After a very long pause, we'll get revved up and ready to go. Runner aboard at first. 2-run single from Josh Hernandez. Still nobody out here in the inning. A.J. Barraza out of Pomona, California. Went to Bishop Amat High School. It's located in La Puente. Real name, given name, Alejandro. Graduate of 2018. Again, now at Division II, Cal State San Bernardino. Casey Kleinman again went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He bats in the 9th spot for the shortstop. Like to see him replace him in the field as well. They'll take one in for a strike. One ball, one strike here on the 5'7" shortstop. 160 he checks in this year. They close in on 9 p.m. here tonight. Had runs in the last 3 half innings. Pitches in there for a strike, 1-2. So 2 runs in the 5th for Palm Springs, a run in the 6th for Inland Valley. Now already a pair here in the bottom half of the inning. One, two skips in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we've seen Palm Springs score in bunches this year. 3 runs in the 2nd, 2 runs in the 3rd on Friday night. Just a full-out frenzy offensively on Friday against OC. So this team has been able to put it all together in bunches this year already. 2-2 in the dirt fills up the count. Light action down in right field for Inland Valley's bullpen. That's Caleb Bennett, who has stretched a little bit down in right field. 3-2 ground ball to second. This could be 2. Hines, Carlos, and over to Wickley for a twin killing. Ground out. Double play goes 4-6-3, and there's 2 away for Cato Kleinman.
The second baseman, Cato Kleinman.
Kleinman looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 3. Takes one downstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Breaking ball misses up. When Inland Valley bats in the 7th, they have 7, 8, and 9 due up. That one misses out here on Cato. 2 runs here in the inning on 3 straight hits to open it up against Eric Morrison, recent graduate. That'll miss down for ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts Kleinman aboard for the first time tonight. And Ryan Rodriguez will stroll to the plate. He's been hit by a pitch twice tonight.
Third baseman, Ryan Rodriguez.
Rodriguez was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, also in the 5th. He came around to score the first run of the ball game last inning. With 2 gone and 1 on. First pitch swinging, line foul out of play. Break out the parka. Cozy up next to the fire. It's a chilly 97 degrees here as the clock is set to strike 9 p.m. tonight. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. There's a reason why my singing career never took off. Now, I was recently reminded this morning, as a matter of fact, this is just a personal anecdote. Today is the 10-year anniversary of when I graduated high school. Thanks, Mom. Shooting me a text this morning. Hey, did you realize you graduated 10 years ago? Nope. Not at all. Not even quite. A little bit. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. There you go. Do the math. You can figure it out now. But the reason why that popped into my head, the singing thing, there was, I went to La Habra High School, home of the Highlanders, and my elder years there, my upperclassmen years, we had something called Highlander Idol outside with this one. 4-1 the score, by the way, here in the bottom of the 6th. We had this thing called Highlander Idol, And for whatever reason, I don't know why, not a singer, never sang, I decided to enter into Highlander Idol. I'm sure it was like a Chick-fil-A gift card or something was like the top prize if you won it all. I think there was an assembly for it. I did not get past the first round. Down and in, that will be ball 4. So back-to-back 2-out walks here from Eric Morrison. And that might be the end of the line for him. I remember the song I sang. I brought out the acoustic guitar for the tryout, I guess, or the first round, whatever, the audition, I guess. Simon Cowell was not there, in case you were wondering. But the song I sang was Writing on the Walls by Under Oath. And if that doesn't scream late 2000s, early 2010s, I don't know what does. Played an acoustic version of an Under Oath song. Under Oath, come on, Steve. How in the world do you think you were going to get into the second round of Highlander Idol with that one? So it will not be the end of the line for Eric Morrison. They will decide to keep him in after a mound visit. Again, back-to-back walks after 3 hits to open up the frame. A pair of runs home, and Brian Leaf now with a chance. He's reached base 3 times tonight, 2 on errors, however, so he's 1 for 3. First pitch swinging is fouled back, and it's 0-1. Runners on first and second. Kleinman at second. Rodriguez aboard at first. Here is the one positive note to my very, very about 2-minute brief singing career. That's what we're talking about tonight. First, our next pitch, fouled back, and it's 0-2. Mr. Montoya, the choir teacher, was the judge for the auditions. And this happened during my senior year, by the way. He asked me after my audition, pretty good, he gave me some notes, and he goes, because I was in his guitar class, and he asked me, what year are you? And I went, senior. He went, dang it. He wanted me for the choir. Runners take off, 0-2 swung and a miss, and down goes Brian Leaf. So my singing career never took off, but the power did here in the bottom of inning number 6. A pair of runs is added to their total. 4-1, we go to the 7th from Palm Springs Stadium. Gavin Amelborough will lead things off. He came in defensively last inning. And will get his first trip to the plate to open up this top of the 7th. 4-1. Palm Springs leading it here. We're in the 7th inning. And the first pitch is in for a strike here from Dom Mota, who came in and struck out Porter Pittman to end the 6th inning his last time around. Next one in there for a strike. And then it's Nathan Barraza due up next. Two-strike pitch, got him looking. So 2 strikeouts looking for Dom Mota tonight. And he's got 2 up, 2 down, 1 away here in the 7th. Four to 1 your score again in favor of Palm Springs. We're in the 7th. This one line foul, first base side 0-1.
I don't have a 49. Just kidding, it's Vanderbilt. He isn't.
The 0-1 is going to be flared out to right field, down for a base knock. Nathan Barraza's first plate appearance, and he flips out a single to right. RJ Vanderhook to the plate now. He is the only starter still in the lineup tonight for Inland Valley. Been a rough night for Vanderhook. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, both looking. Showing bunt, tries to drag, no avail, 0-1. One gone with 1 on. This one fouled out of play. No balls and 2 strikes the count here on the left-handed bat, Vanderhook. Dom Mota is set. And a little flare out to center field, down for a base knock. So back-to-back 1-out singles here at the bottom of the order for Inland Valley. So a strikeout, then single to right, single to center with 2 strikes. It'll bring up Cole Smith, who came in defensively last inning for Hayden Winters. Winters ended up going 0 for 3 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. 4-1 Palm Springs, top 7. This ball game was cruising right along, and then all of a sudden ran into a roadblock over the last couple of innings. Skied out towards right, it's slicing away from everybody and lands in the bullpen. Likely to see a new arm come across for Inland Valley in the home half of the 7th after we stretch it out. Four runs on 6 hits for Palm Springs. They've done it with 1 error and have left a couple on base here tonight. 8 to be exact. This one misses upstairs. For Inland Valley here tonight, they've gotten 1 run. They've done it on the benefit of now 5 hits. They have made 3 errors, and entering the frame, they have left 5 on base. This one fouled back. One ball and 2 strikes. This one out of play. Cole Smith from St. Louis University, 5'11", 185. We mentioned a lot of young cats on this squad. Just one junior, and that's Dominic Maciel, who hasn't made an appearance tonight. Oh, pardon me, two juniors. Caleb Knox is also on this team. No seniors. Still 2 strikes. The 1-2. Runner's bluff, just off the inside edge, and it's 2-2. 1 gone. Tying run here at the plate. It's 4-1 Palm Springs in the top of the 7th with the Bucs batting. Foul tipped into the mid, got him on strikes. 2 away, 3rd punch out of the night for Mota. It'll be the 2nd trip to the plate for Joaquin Hines. He struck out back in the 6th inning to open it up. Lone run came across last inning for Inland Valley. It's been a while, but man, Raul Salazar tonight, very impressive. 4 innings of hitless baseball with 6 punch-outs, including striking out the sides in the 4th. Things have changed slightly since then. Raul Salazar is not the pitcher of record here tonight, by the way. Despite his 4 solid innings, didn't go the requisite 5. The pitch to Hines is in for a strike. Runner at second base is Nathan Barraza. Runner at first is R.J. Vanderhook. Looking for his 4th punch out of the night. 2-strike pitch. Little nubber towards the first base dugout. Palm Springs Power will have tomorrow off before gearing up for the weekend series. Yours truly on the call on Friday night for Arroyo Seco, and Sam Walters will call the 2nd game on Saturday night. All right here on the YouTube channel. Runners take off, pitches high, throw down to second base is late. They pull off the double steal here with 2 outs. Two balls and 2 strikes here on Hines. Mota trying to get through it. 2-2 upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. In danger of loading him up for Marcellus Pearson, who has a double tonight. The only extra base hit on either side of the diamond. Still clinging to this 4-1 lead, but it could change drastically here shortly. The 3-2. Lost him inside, ball 4. And it brings up Marcellus Pearson again, scorched a double just an inning ago in his first trip to the plate. The first walk for Dom Mota tonight. And the tying run is aboard at first. The go-ahead stands in the right-handed batter's box. First offering, Pearson takes one upstairs and away. Marcellus Pearson, the Upland native from Bonita High School. Goes to UCR. He made 18 appearances this year with 4 starts. As the infield converges here. 1-0 the count here on Pearson. Fastball popped out and out of play beyond the bleachers and into the trees. No extra base hits this season at UCR for Marcellus Pearson, so he's already got that to his credit tonight. The 1-1. Inside edge, they call it at the knees, and he's one pitch from getting out of the jam. Leadoff single, or rather 1-out single, 1-out single, strikeout and a walk have loaded the bases. The 1-2, line foul on the first base side. Let's do it again. Moda trying to get out of this jam. A second 1-2 pitch. Chopped at the plate, and Pearson not going down without a good battle. The 1-2 again. Another foul ball. That's 3 straight now for Marcellus Pearson. The next pitch will be the 7th of the at-bat. And Moda steps off the rubber. He wants to get a new set of signs. Barraza at third, Vanderhook at second, and Hines aboard at first here for Inland Valley, trying to get back in this ball game, trailing 4-1 with 2 gone. Another 1-2 in the air towards right field. Long run over, foul ball. That's 4 straight foul balls. That'll bring up the 8th pitch of the at-bat. I remember when we were moving right along in this ball game, and Raul Salazar was crushing it. Then we ran into that brick wall, speed bump. All comes to a screeching halt here in the 7th. And this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. 4 straight 1-2 foul balls. Moda getting a lot of signs here. So much that Marcellus Pearson grows weary and calls time. Here it comes. Another foul ball. That's 5 in a row. What a battle here between Marcellus Pearson and Dom Moda. 5 straight 1-2 foul balls. Who's going to win this battle? A lot of heat from Moda right now. Does he try to drop a banker on him? Here's the 1-2. Just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keep them counting. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Longest at-bat of the night on either side of the diamond. And it comes at a crucial point in the contest. Top 7, bases juice. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Called strike 3 at the knees, and Pearson can't believe it. But the battle goes to Dom Moda to end the 7th unscathed. He leaves the bases loaded with a pair of hits allowed and a walk, no errors, no runs across. That's a big 0 on the board. Stretch time in Palm Springs. 4-1 Power leads it in the desert.
Hands for the defending. So please get up, stretch out, and join the Power Choir. In singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, presented by Jack in the Box. I want to hear everybody singing along. Harry! Hey, Harry! Take me out to the ball.
New pitcher into the ball game here for Inland Valley. Caleb Bennett will come into the contest here. The right-hander relieves Eric Morrison. Eric Morrison ended up going 2 innings here today, giving up all 4 runs. He is the pitcher of record at this point. He walked 2 and struck out 2 here today. First offering to Isaiah Alvarez is in for a strike. Isaiah, an RBI single back in the 5th. He's 1 for 1. Alvarez, then Justice Lucas and Justin Mazzone, the scheduled hitters here in the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6.
Thanks, buddy.
The 0-1 is going to be grounded towards third base, in and out of the glove of the third baseman Barraza. He recovers and throws to first. The ground out goes 5-3. There's 1 gone here in the 7th. Justice Lucas hitless tonight. He is 0 for 3. Lucas, pair of groundouts and a flyout tonight in his 2021 Palm Springs debut. He'll take one for a strike on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Down and in with this one, 1-1. 2 runs in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th for Palm Springs. A run in the top of the 6th inning for Inland Valley. They left the bases loaded in the 7th. Swung on a miss. It's 1-2 here on Lucas. Caleb Bennett, the right-hander, third pitcher used tonight, 6'3", 205 is the righty. Again, took over for Eric Morrison. Four runs on 4 hits and 2 innings of work. And that'll be a called strike 3 on Justice Lucas. 2 up, 2 down here for Bennett. First punch out of the night. Justin Mazzone to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored tonight. First offering to Mazzone is in for a strike, and already Caleb Bennett starting to fill up the strike zone tonight. Four, 5, and 6 due up for Inland Valley in their 8th inning. And that's on the corner for strike 2. Bennett looking for a 1-2-3 7th. Here it comes. Down and in, just missed clipping his toes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one lined sharply. One hop off of the mid of Hines and into right field. Ball smoked pretty hard there. Maybe the hardest hit ball by the Power tonight. It's a single from Mazzone, his second hit of the contest. Brings up Ernesto Figueroa. Figueroa 1 for 2 tonight with a single run scored and was hit by a pitch earlier in the game. We'll take a ball 1-0. Again, upcoming schedule here, 3 games tomorrow as the Palm Springs Collegiate League gets underway. No Power baseball tomorrow night. They'll be back in action on Friday evening. 7:05 the first pitch. Go live at 6:55. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-0 here on Ernesto Figueroa. Bennett taking his time here in the inning. Foul back, 2-1. A lot of fastballs from Bennett here in the early going. He got a ground out of Alvarez to begin it. Lucas struck out looking. Mazzone singled with a 2-2 pitch down the middle. Josh Hernandez on deck, who's had an eventful evening in a good way. Spiked that one. Closing in on 9:30 tonight. 8th inning on deck. Check back in Los Angeles, see what's going on with the Dodgers and Phillies. It's still 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Clayton Kershaw with 9 strikeouts tonight. It's upstairs for ball 4. So Ernesto Figueroa will draw the walk. First walk of the night for Caleb Bennett. Mentioned just a second ago that Josh Hernandez has had an eventful evening. He had a single back in the 2nd inning and a 2-run single back in the 6th. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Pair of RBIs, pair of plated runs. First and second with 2 gone. First pitch a strike, 0-1. Action down in the right field bullpen here tonight. Connor McKinney is getting loose, the Citrus College kid for the Bucs. 4-1 Power. We're in the 7th. In the dirt gets away. Wild pitch will advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd. Next one in there is going to miss. It's 2-0 quickly here on Josh Hernandez, the lefty. So final line, by the way, on Eric Morrison. 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, only 2 earned, a pair of walks, and a pair of strikeouts. Did hit a batter as well. Swing through that one. It's 2-1. 2-2, rather. Again, bear with us. Still an empty scoreboard here at Palm Springs Stadium. Hopefully get that fixed in the next day or two. Fingers crossed. Make my job a whole lot easier. I'll have to keep count of the count. 2-2 in the dirt. Man, that's been a tough at-bat here. Solid job by Gavin Amelborough. Catcher who came in earlier in this ball game. Did not start tonight, but he has been asked to make a couple of big stops here in the inning. He's made almost all of them. That's a full count on Hernandez. Here it comes. Slow tapper rolled up along the right side. It'll be scooped and flipped to first to end the inning. So the Power get a couple base runners with 2 outs, but can't bring them home. 7 complete here in the desert. We go to the 8th. 4-1 Power. Lead it on Power TV.
Power fans, come out to Club Trinidad Resort located in Palm Springs. Club Trinidad is a proud sponsor of Palm Springs Power and the home of the legendary Earthworm. Live Roofing has over 40 years of professional roofing experience serving Greater Southern California. Live Roofing can solve all of your roofing problems. Live Roofing makes construction simple. Sure we know that protecting you from insects, mice, and creepy exterminators is day one. For a complimentary home inspection, call or visit trulyhome.com today.
That's what I heard.
Mark Kirkland.
Number 10, Cipriano Rivera. Top of the 8th, now batting for the Bucs, number 19, Malachi.
New first baseman into the ball game over at first for Palm Springs. Mark Kirkland enters the contest, taking over for Ernesto Figueroa. And the first pitch from the new arm into the contest, Cipriano Rivera, misses inside 1-0. Cipriano Rivera taking over for Dom Moda, who got out of a bases loaded jam in the 7th. 2 balls, no strikes. This is Malachi Wickley leading things off. Final line for Moda, an inning and a third, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. In the air to center field off the end of the bat. Dead in his tracks as Brian Leaf now slightly drifts to his left to make the grab. And there's one away here to open up the 8th. Give you one more reminder here. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow morning, love to have you aboard for all the action as the Palm Springs Collegiate League officially kicks off tomorrow morning. It starts actually at 8 a.m., but the first game we have coverage of is at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Bootleggers versus North Stars right here at Palm Springs Stadium. And it continues at 11:30 with the Blue Sox and Chill, and wraps up at 6 p.m. with the Lumberjacks and Bombers here in the Palm Springs Collegiate League. The PSCL getting underway tomorrow, the largest PSCL that has ever existed. First pitch, a called strike on Christian Carlos, an RBI single back in the 6th. The responsibility for the only run scored here for the Bucs. Next one in for a strike, it's 0-2. 4-1 the score here. We're in the top of the 8th. 1 away and the base is clear. Power have not trailed in this ball game, have not trailed yet in the first 3 games of the season. 0-2 pitch. A little tight, just a little bit. 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. I'll be on the call tomorrow morning with Sam Walters. Actually, be on the call all day with Sam Walters. Called opening night in case you have been around since opening night, so you'll get some dulcet tones of his and give me a little break. Am I right? Give me someone to talk to at least. 2-2 is skied out of play on the first base side. Power half 9-1-2 due up next inning in the bottom of the 8th inning, leading 4-1. 2-2. Ground ball stays true for the shortstop, Kleinman. Then it takes a late hop, but he's got it no problem. I beg your pardon, that's a new shortstop, A.J. Barraza. He stayed in the ball game after pinch hitting, so A.J. Barraza, the new shortstop, makes that play. And the ground out goes 6-3. Porter Pittman will come to the plate. He struck out looking back in the 6th inning. He has struck out in that one plate appearance tonight. He came in as a pinch hitter. First pitch of ball, 1-0. The 1-0 is in for a strike from Cipriano Rivera. And it's 1-1. Cipriano Rivera, College of the Desert kid. He played in the PSCL in 2020 with the Grizzlies. He gets a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Went to Indio High School, class of 2019. The right-hander, 6', 175. He is making his first outing of the season. Outside. Power pitching has had 2 1-2-3 frames tonight, the 2nd and the 4th. Both of them courtesy of Raul Salazar. And he'll get a called strike 3 to wrap up a 1-2-3 frame. Cipriano Rivera sets him down in order to wrap up the top of the 8th. We'll see if the Power add a couple more to their total, leading at 4-1 to the bottom of 8 here from Palm Springs Stadium. You're watching Palm Springs Power Baseball on Power TV.
Of our 50-50 raffle, brought to you by State Farm City Piper. Tonight's winner will receive a Power swag bag filled with Power gear, promo coupons, and $86. The winning number is 10921. That's 10921. You got a lucky winner right over there? Come on down and receive your swag bag. Congratulations to our winner, and thank you fans for playing Cindy Piper's 50-50 raffle.
Four to one the score as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. AJ Barraza will lead things off. He rolled into a double play back in the 6th in his lone trip to the plate tonight. So he's 0 for 1. He'll face off with the new right-hander. Connor McKinney takes over. First offering for McKinney misses downstairs and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Connor McKinney donning the number 42. 6'5", 275, big kid out of Citrus College. To Northview High School, a San Diego native. And he'll find the strike zone here, 1-1. AJ Barraza. Then it's Cato Kleinman and Ryan Rodriguez, the scheduled hitters. 9-1-2. Power lead it by 3. For a strike. This is the lowest run total, yes, in just 3 games. But this is the lowest run total for the Power this year so far. Had 10 runs on opening night, 8 runs in the second game of the year, and then just 4 here this evening. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's a nasty slider from Connor McKinney. Final line for Caleb Bennett, just an inning of work, a hit, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout for him. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, a strikeout. The pitcher of record right now for Palm Springs is Sakemi Saito. Sato, I beg your pardon, will be the pitcher of record. There's a ground ball towards second, 1 pitch for the second out. Cato Kleinman grounds out 4-3 to Hines. And I'll bring up Ryan Rodriguez.
The third baseman, Rodriguez.
Rodriguez has just had 1 official at-bat tonight. It was back in the first. He flew out to left since then. In my book, he's got a lot of highlighting. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 5th, walked in the 6th. I highlight all these things, by the way. Hey, third time tonight. Hit by a pitch, this one in the shoulder. Check Ryan Rodriguez for a couple of bruises tomorrow morning. By my count, he's got 3 of them.
The center fielder, Brian Lee.
Brian Leaf will come to the plate now. His fifth trip. 1 for 4 tonight. Reached 3 times, once on a single, 2 on errors. Again, score is 4-1 Palm Springs. We're in the last of the 8th with 2 outs, a runner aboard. It'll be the bottom third of the order due up for Inland Valley when they come up in the 9th. Down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. This is a ground ball, broken bat towards third. It'll take a nasty hop at the end, and it rolls off of Barraz's glove. I'll give him a single on that. Infield style. That's Brian Leaf's 2nd hit of the night. He has reached base now 4 times. Keeps the inning alive to put runners on first and second for Isaiah Alvarez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Four to 1, Palm Springs. Bottom 8 with 2 gone and 2 on. Maybe swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes here on Isaiah Alvarez. Again, trying to add a couple of insurance runs here tonight, if he can help it. This one lifted out of play. Should Cipriano Rivera return for the top of the 9th, it is a save situation for him. Dom Mota has chalked up a hold, which would be his first. A hold, by the way, in case you're uninitiated with that one, is essentially a save that didn't go to the end of the game. So he came in a save situation but didn't get the final out. Another 0-2. Didn't chase it low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the win should the power hang on. Saikemi Sato will get it. His first of the year, go to 1-0. And then the loss will be handed to Eric Morrison. He'll be 0-1. Lots of those kinds of records. 1-0s and 0-1s this part of the year. Runner takes off for third with a big jump, but it's going to be playable on a pop-up towards first base. Over there to make the grab is Malachi Wickley. We go to the 9th. Nothing doing for the Power. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. To the 9th, it's 4-1. Power 3 outs from the 3rd win of the year on Power TV.
WCC Friends Ambassador at your door.
Last chance for Inland Valley as we go to the top of the 9th inning. It's a 4-1 ball game. And into pitch here is, again, back out for a second inning of work, Cipriano Rivera. He went 1-2-3 in the 8th inning with a strikeout to end it. Gavin Amelborough is the pitcher, or the hitter rather. He's 1 for 1 with a single. No, he's not. This is his first trip to the plate. Skipped a batter. Nathan Barraza, who, as I was talking about, he's due up second. Then it's R.J. Vanderhook. Coming home. It's a ground ball sharply foul. Again, we get started tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. PSCL right here on the Power YouTube channel. All games this season that are played on this field will be broadcast live here on our YouTube channel. So make sure to tune in. We'd love to have you aboard. Here's a little bouncer back towards the mound. Slipped on it. Recovered, however, nicely did Cipriano Rivera. Ground out will go 1-3 with a little extra salsa on top.
One out here at the top of the 9th.
Barraza with a single that came back in the 7th. And his lone trip, he came in defensively for Dustin Berry, the catcher. First pitch will be fouled off, and it's 0-1 again. The next Power game this Friday night. 7:05 p.m. Love to have you down at the ballpark. Great seats available still, so make your way down to Palm Springs Stadium. Maybe it's your first game of the year. We'd love to see your bright, shining, smiling faces. The 0-1 to Barraza is a little bit outside. 1-1. Here's a ground ball towards third. It'll find itself foul. Upstairs and away to fill up the count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's 4 up, 4 down right now for Cipriano Rivera. Again, he's trying to make it nice and clean. This is a save situation for him, his first of the year. 3-2 to Barraza. Pulled towards the left side, 2 dive. No one comes up with it. Seeing eye single for Nathan Barraza as he sneaks it into left field. R.J. Vanderhook had a single back in the 7th inning. That's what kept the inning alive at one point in time when they loaded the bases and could not score. That was the best chance of the night for Inland Valley, but they were unable to come up with anything there in the frame. And that hits him. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Second hit batter tonight by Power pitching. Brings the order back around for Cole Smith. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He struck out with a pair of base runners on. And the first offering from Rivera misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Cole Smith, once upon a time, was a defensive replacement in the 6th inning for Hayden Winters. This top leadoff part of the order is 0 for 4 tonight, has struck out 3 times. This one's fouled back. It's 1-1. Don't count out these Bucs. Still got an opportunity here. This one's going to be popped up. On the infield, they will call an infield fly rule for the second out. That helps the cause for certain. And it'll be down to Joaquin Hines, his 3rd trip to the plate. So with 2 gone here, just 1 out from a 3-0 record. Upstairs with the first offering, 1-0. Hines struck out in the 6th, walked in the 7th. Next one will be swung on and missed. Runners on the base paths. Nathan Barraza at second. RJ Vanderhook over at first. And it is a 4-1 ball game in the top of the 9th. 2 gone here for Inland Valley. And that'll make it 2 strikes here. It's game time in Palm Springs. 2 outs, 2 strikes here in the 9th. 1 away from making a 3-0 record. Rivera stares in, gets the sign and the 2-strike pitch. Got him swinging. And that'll finish up the ball game as the Palm Springs Power come away with a 4-1 victory to defeat the Inland Valley Bucs. The win's going to go to Saikemi Sato, Sato, his first of the year. As the Power come away with a 4-1 victory, the loss will be handed to Eric Morrison. It's a 6-out save for Cipriano Rivera, also his first. So 1-0 for Sato, 0-1 for Morrison, first save of the year for Rivera. It is 4 runs on 8 hits with 1 error and 12 left for Palm Springs. And for the visiting Bucs, still tallying it up, it's 1 run. They do it on the benefit of 6 hits. They end up making 3 errors tonight and leaving 10 on the base paths here tonight. Ball game started at 7:03. It took us 2 hours and 55 minutes here on this Wednesday evening. That'll do it for us here tonight from Palm Springs. One last time for you. The Power come away with their 3rd win to open up the season and take down Inland Valley by a 4-1 final. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, all it begins tomorrow with the Palm Springs Collegiate League starting at 9 a.m. right here with Sam Walters and myself. We'll have the call for you all day tomorrow long and all season long. We'll talk to you tomorrow. But until then, enjoy what's left of your Wednesday evening, everybody.